Hi everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age Origins Awakening. We've got quite a lot of town to explore still.
So, you think there's an apothecary around here somewhere?
Yes, why?
Well, I don't want to bother you with this, you being my boss and all.
What kind of disease have you got, Ogren?
Right. Look, for the past few days I've had this burning rash. The skin's actually got a sort of greenish look to it.
Yeah, stop right there. We'll find him.
Right. Too much information. Sorry.
Oh, he disapproves. Are we not going to find him? Oh, sorry. I've completely misunderstood a couple of things so far. Okay.
You're going beyond the call of duty, Warden Commander. We're grateful.
Oh, it is so good to see you, my friend. I contemplated visiting you at Vigil's Keep, but things got busy.
Wasn't she dying from possession or something? She's possessed. Is she not? Oh. I'm trying to remember. This is the problem with it being a long time since I played the game. What happened?
The College of the Magi is convening in Cumberland, and I must attend. Hopefully, all this will blow over before it's begun. But you have enough on your mind as it is. I shan't trouble you with this further.
You know, Magi business concerns me and Anders too.
Very well. Then perhaps you should know that something stirs within the fraternities. The Libertarians wish to pull away entirely from the Chantry. And if they get enough support...
Pull away entirely? That's madness. I hate Chantry oversight as much as the next mage, but they can't just decide to leave. This is a recipe for disaster.
No. Fuck the Templars and fuck the Circle. It's about time mages freed themselves.
The mages will never be free. The Chantry would never allow it. Our only hope for survival is to show them we can be trusted. Don't you remember what happened to the Circle in Ferelden? Do you want to give the Templars another excuse to call for the culling of all mages? This change cannot be forced.
Why do you insist on living under the Chantry's yoke?
Because the only other option results in genocide. Now, I have a great many preparations to make before I leave for Navarra. But perhaps there is something you can do for me. One of my colleagues, Ines, has spent the last few months in the Wending Wood. The Circle has been unable to reach her, given the trouble in the area. If you happen to find yourself in the wood on your travels, perhaps you could tell her about the meeting of the college.
What's she doing in the Wending Wood?
Oh, who knows, rooting around in the dirt for some obscure plant or other, most likely. She has a keen interest in gardening. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant botany. Hobbies and eccentricities aside, Ines is a well-respected mage and a voice of reason, something we could use on our side. The hour is late and I must go. It was wonderful to see you again. Take care, my friend.
Or we could do with her on my side, Libertarian side. Yeah, I don't know why I can't interact with that.
It is begun.
Nope, no idea.
And the Maker wept for his beloved, and turned once again from all creation.
Kill a Sylvan. Defend the weak. Sounds like it's going to be kill a mage. We'll let the mage go. And you need injury kits. Well, I don't need any injury kits because I've got healing. Oh, can I not turn any of these in?
Repent and have faith. and you shall know the peace of the Maker's benediction.
Oh, because I don't need healing kits. Who I was dealing with outside first.
As you say.
Amaranthine is a pretty big town. It might be the only town in the DLC, but it is a big town.
It is begun.
I think I can help with that.
Why can't the Darkspawn just die?
Right, so that's the lap of the outside. That's going to be following up the smuggler's quest, isn't it?
Any luck with the smugglers?
Yeah, I found an abandoned house that might lead to their den.
That house has been locked up for years. To think that all this time it's been hiding the entrance. There will surely be someone on guard. Where there's a guard, there's a key.
Yeah, makes sense. I'll investigate.
If you can find a way into the hideout, the smugglers won't have a chance. Good luck, Commander.
We could count that as the first inside. And then go around the town doing the inside jobs. Yeah, let's do that.
Enemies approaching!
The rest of you pay up.
I'm guessing there's more somewhere.
Now we do battle!
I was meant to take on all of them together. Look, because these are only 3 wives.
Shut them all.
So is this the real fight? No, there's just 3 more nobodies again. I don't want to burn off all my spells and then get attacked by, something good, and I'll have all my cooldowns triggered.
Best be wary! For the fools,
This is the part I like.
No quarter shall be given. It is begun. I shall do it.
Am I on easy or something? What difficulty am I on? Normal? Oh no, normal sounds normal.
I heard about you. You were giving some of my boys trouble, weren't you?
Pretty sure he's not going to fall that easily, but try. He's resisted everything so far. Maybe I should have gone for more mobility next year, I think. He's still resisting everything.
It is begun. Very well.
That can't be their leader.
It shall be done.
Oh, we can actually go for a feat of the nimble. No, you can't just drop it. Right, we've got some gifts. Let's give some gifts away.
That looks fine indeed.
Is this what I think it is? It is. That's the Howe crest burned into the wood right there. This is my grandfather's bow. Or rather, my grandfather was the last to use it. It was originally made for an ancestor during the Exalted Marches.
Oh, why wasn't it used afterwards?
Well, my father hid it away, I guess. I'm surprised he didn't simply have it destroyed. I remember finding it before Father sent me to the Free Marches. A shame for it to sit in storage. Thank you. It's good to have a part of my family's legacy again. Something to be proud of.
You realise that your dad was a massive prick in that story, don't you?
It is begun.
Oh god damn it, I did it again.
Ooh, for me? Ooh. You shouldn't have.
Oh, I've always wanted one of these.
Oh, we've got a whole bunch of boots now. Still, they seem to be the best. They don't have any gloves either. And you better have a helm. This can't be the smuggler's quest unless I'm massively over leveled, but it should sort itself out to cope with that, shouldn't it? And I don't think my build can be that good.
It shall be
I
done.
think I can help with that.
Is this... I mean, it can't be. That really was it. Well, we're going to try hard. But that was a piece of piss, wasn't it?
I think I can help with that.
A lot of inventorying to do. It's going to end up being this episode. Oh, they take up slots? I didn't know that. Why couldn't I turn these injury kits in then?
I think I can help with that.
I know I shouldn't. Pretty sure this is going to get me in trouble.
I think I can help with that.
No? Okay.
Looking to wet your whistle, stranger?
No thanks, not right now.
Right then, let me know if you change your mind.
Well, when...
I hear Hubert's gang got their hands on some moonshine. You think they'll sell some to me?
Hubert hates you.
That's a no, then.
Sadly, I can't be with Alistair. But when I slept with all those whores, it didn't make me feel any better.
I've got a sore on my foot from working the fields. Want to see? It's bleeding and there's pus and everything.
No!
I don't think it'll make me feel any happier.
What can I get for you, friend?
What do you have? He's got some good stuff, you know. But right now we need to save all our money. I can't remember what we've unlocked and what we haven't. Blood Mage and Reaver we've got here. Well, we definitely don't have Reaver.
What can I get for you,
I'm
friend?
reasonably confident we don't have Blood Mage either. Oh, you stupid thing. And now we're back to 2 gold.
Something I can do for you, friend?
Yeah, any news about here? I know what that's going to be.
Right. Best watch yourself out there.
Assuming it's like in the other game, we'll do that, stick all that at the end of the episode. Blight Orphan Donation Tin. Blight Orphan Notice Board. The Blight Orphans, scrawled on a stained smudged piece of paper. We are the bright orphans of Amaranthine, poor children whose mothers and fathers have been killed by the darkspawn. We are very cold in winter and need 50 silver for clothes and food. Please help. Please put money in the mug by the board. Thank you, good sir. Well, that's not a lot of money, is it?
We should rise up.
I shall do it.
Nosy go.
I wonder if that's just going to be more and more and more and more.
I'll do it, you just watch.
No.
Once I get another ale.
Right, now why can't I turn in this
As there
injury
is
kit
but
job?
one world.
Oh, because I didn't accept it. Now they require health poultices.
One. All men are the work of our Maker's hands, from the lowest slaves to the highest kings.
Why are you fucking giving me anything then? I don't... So it's just given away, we don't get any money for it. I don't know if that's bugged out or if it's meant to not give us anything. Either way, that sucks ass. Fucking church.
May I help you?
Yeah, I read your postings on the Chanter's board. And I was fucking disappointed.
I am fortunate indeed that the Commander of the Grey has taken a personal interest in this matter. I'm sorry our note was vague, but Amaranthine is a hotbed of Maleficar activity. Details of who and what they were about would undoubtedly get back to them.
Oh, Maleficarum, oh no! And here in Amaranthine.
Apostates and Maleficarum are all too common across the nation, alas. I have worked with an artist to create these sketches of the three suspects. If you could confront them and question them, you would be doing the Maker's work.
Yeah, don't worry, Anders, we won't be doing it.
Don't touch me!
It shall be done.
Oh, yeah, we'll rob from the church and give it to Anders.
Don't!
I need to sort this inventory out. Mind you, we're back here soon. I'm sure.
It's not like Karam to be gone this long now. I was sure I would find him at the inn.
You met a woman distraught over her husband's disappearance. She mentioned that he likes to drink at the inn, although she could not find him there.
Your friends and neighbours would do well to heed this lesson and join us in it.
God damn it.
Have you delivered your annual tithe to the Chantry, sir? You may be overdue.
Getting shaken down by the church. Well, the church was a bit of a disappointment. Lots of stuff to rob, but don't have any inventory space. We haven't been on the battlements yet. I think there's more inside buildings though.
You don't always wear robes, do you?
Not when I'm naked, I don't.
I mean when you run from the circle.
Lizard eye. Perhaps a heart. Yes, heart's blood.
I shall do it.
Whoa, whoa!
Okay, that wasn't what I was expecting at all. I hope that wasn't a mage.
It is begun.
Oh no! Oh, that's like the third thing in a couple of rounds that I've completely misunderstood. In like 2 or 3 LPs that I've recorded, I've completely misunderstood the text that I'm picking on. Not more chests, I don't have any blooming space. So is this really just a shortcut round and round, is it?
Anything to report?
Bloody everywhere.
Yeah, the smugglers aren't going to trouble you.
The city of Amaranthine owes you a great debt. Thank you, Commander.
Oh, that's good. Should you not have more con than 10? I feel like you should have more con than 10. So, Legionnaire Scout. Most tales of the Dwarven Legion of the Dead are likely minstrels' fabrications, but the trail of darkspawn corpses they leave behind proves the efficacy of their training. Legacy Legionnaire Scouts often travel ahead of their companions, and have consequently become renowned for unusual hardiness, able to survive battles that would kill any other rogue. He's an archer, really. but I think we'll explore the new class. Yep, stealing's pretty important. What are these? Bonus to mana or stamina. Bonus to health. I reckon I'm going to go for bonus to health. So Legionnaire Scouts. Bonus to strength and con. Immune to damage or knockdown. That's an activated skill. The Legionnaire's health is unaffected by damage, which depletes stamina instead. That's an interesting ability. And it gives you the ability to resist magic. Why can't I get that? Because you need 44 dex. Well, that's very annoying. Right. We've cashed that in. What building's down here? An abandoned warehouse. We have no real reason to go in an abandoned warehouse, do we? Oh, we've got to kill another innocent person.
Yes, everything is... Must keep calm, keep normal. Yes, everything is fine.
No, I don't think we can just let them go.
Delilah? Is that really you?
Nathaniel! I had feared the worst.
Times must have been hard, Delilah. But you can do better than this. Come back to the estate until we find somewhere else.
What? Oh, Nathaniel, I didn't marry Albert out of desperation. I adore him. I was so glad to get away from Father's evil. This life is so much better.
Father's evil? Isn't that overstating things a little? He got caught up in politics.
You weren't here. You didn't see what he did, Nathaniel. You want the culprit who destroyed our family? It was him, without question.
I had no idea.
Of course you did. But you always worshipped Father, right from when you were a little boy. Come, brother, let us sit and catch up a bit, shall we?
She said she wants me to come back, once all this is done. Meet her husband. She's due by the spring. She seems happy. She said Father deserved to die. I still can't believe it.
Yeah, he did deserve to die. He was an evil, evil man.
I thought he had his reasons. It was a war for Andraste's sake. Before I went to the Free Marches, he was never... How could he have changed so much?
Maybe he never was who you thought he was. He was always a prick.
I suppose not. I wish I'd known some of this sooner. I feel like such a fool. Now please, let's get back to our business. I need to think.
Yeah, my business is fucking ripping on your father. Poor elf.
I shall do it.
Well, that makes me feel terrible. Still, she had a lot of money. And the church has a lot of money too. And right now...
I think that's where the phylacteries are. It's probably guarded.
It shall be done.
Right now we need all the money we can get.
No guards? Maybe they don't want to draw attention to the cash. Could we be that lucky?
Not really, because we don't have any space for any cash.
It is
We'll
begun.
have to do this next episode. You gonna give me any money?
It is so good to see
No.
you well, Commander.
Maybe we've been everywhere we've got to go then. Wooden crates up on those battlements. We can get there if we want.
Mage, huh? What's it like?
To have all this power at my fingertips.
No, to always have to wear a skirt.
Oh, you don't know the story behind the robes. You know how strict things are in the circle, right? Well, of course you do. Well, the robes make quick trysts in the corner easy. No laces or buttons, you're just... well, you're done before the Templars catch on.
Really?
Just ask anyone.
Wish I'd stopped finding bloody... I know I specifically went after these crates. I don't have any space. Right. I think we might have seen everything then. Sadly, I am going to go and kill that last elf.
You bloody bastard!
I shall
Excuse me while I do my happy dance.
I'm not happy, Ogren. I'm really not happy about that. I mean, I guess on the one hand, it would have come to them anyway, wouldn't it? Poor things.
I will pray for you, Commander.
All things in this world are finite.
It shall be done.
What one man
So-
gains, another has lost.
Did I not get anything for that? Oh, they left hints to the whereabouts of their leader, did they? Did I miss that? I'm sure I just got money. Maybe you meant to listen to the ramblings then. Did the first one drop a note? I'm trying to remember. And that wasn't very long
Have you
ago.
ever thought of returning to Ozama?
Not sure I can. Technically, I'm a surface dwarf now.
Why, technically? You don't know for certain?
It's not like they send you a letter. Congratulations, you've been ejected from the warrior caste.
Do you care?
Sometimes. Then I drink more and it goes away.
Every day you wait, the conspiracy closes anew. Certainly.
I reckon that's up on the battlements.
I shall do it.
No, it's not. Damn it. How do I get down again?
By the power...
Ooh, this is a tough one.
As you say.
You will suffer.
We might just have to start hitting this one.
You'll be a fine friend. One more notch on the belt.
Well, that was all quite Sad again. Should we make Anders into a blood mage? What did I take? I'm Arcane Warrior Battle Mage Healer. So we want you to... You're already Spirit Healer. So... Why don't you become a Keeper? Because we haven't seen one of those before. Every Dalish clan has a Keeper. A wise mentor dedicated to preserving the elves' ancient lore. It is exceptionally uncommon for a Keeper to teach anyone other than a fellow clan member about the unique Dalish understanding of magic, which focuses on control of the roots beneath the earth. But we'll take it. We'll help him. So Keepers get a defensive field. Ah. Sounds rubbish. You immobilise but have an area of damage around you. Thorn Blades, which is active at personal range. Oh, that's basically the same thing. No living thing can escape the cycle of life. All who fall will return to the earth. The mage now heals whenever a Keeper spell inflicts damage, but there's only effectively one of them. Oh. Well. The Keeper summons gigantic roots from within the ground to attack all enemies in the area, impaling the opponents for a short time. So it's basically an area of effect spell around you. Doesn't sound all that amazing, to be honest. Why don't you have any fucking constitution? That's crazy. And you need to be a spirit warrior or a guardian, I think. They're the newer, more interesting ones. Alright, let's go check class. Yeah. Cash this in at the Chantry.
I will pray for you, Commander.
Repent and have faith, and you shall know the peace of the Maker's benediction.
Ah, good. 20 gold. Well, that was actually worth killing 4 completely innocent people who just happened to be born mages. Oh, I do feel some regret, but we got about 24, 25 gold out of that. So that was worth it, but I think we should leave on another bombshell. How about the fact that in real life, I also hate religion, and the girl I fell for was a Muslim? What's the chance of that?
It figures,
somehow,
actually.
I managed to click on the statue. I mean, what does I managed to click on it?
There used to be another statue here. It was of Byron Howe, my great-uncle. He died in the rebellion, helping King Merrick reclaim his throne. Yet his statue is gone. All because of what my father did.
Your father was a traitor.
Right. That's what everyone keeps saying, isn't it? There's a long line of heroes in my family. The Howes have been around since Callan had. Now it's all gone. Curse my father and his idiot ambition. He lost everything for us, didn't he?
Yes. Yes, he did.
I wonder what happened to the old statue. Likely propping up the side of a chantry or something. Poor Al Byron. Yeah, statues of her pigeons. I don't want to look at it.
Who do you think would win in a fight? Andraste or the Archdemon?
The Archdemon.
But Andraste could call on the Maker.
That would be cheating. Are you calling Andraste a dirty cheater?
She cheated on her husband, didn't she?
Something I can do for you, friend?
Just darkspawn raids outside the city. Everyone's keeping close to Amaranthine.
Oh, that was a disappointment.
Right. Best watch yourself out there.
Allow some codices then. The History of Ferelden, Chapter 1. Ferelden, as we think of it now, did not exist before the Exalted Age. Instead, the valley was divided up into dozens of old Alamari clans. They warred constantly with one another over land, honour, the allegiance of the freeholders, and, on one notable occasion, the name given to a favourite Mabari. And then, in the 33rd year of the Exalted Age, Calenhad Tyrin became Tern of Denerim, and everything changed. Most of what we know about the founding of our nation comes from old songs that bards passed down through the ages. The songs are filled with wild exaggerations and outright lies, but this hardly differs from the scholarly papers of some of my contemporaries. There is no agreement among poets or scholars on how he did it, but Calenhad gained the support of the Circle of Magi, and they crafted for him a suit of silvery white armour that by all accounts repelled both arrow and blade. Calenhad led his army across the valley and captured Redcliffe, one of only 3 men who ever successfully laid siege to that fortress, and presented himself to the bands of the Landmeet as their king. The poets tell us that every lord knelt before Calenhad without question. The fact that he attended the Landsmeet surrounded by ash warriors and loyal mages of the Circle is generally omitted from the ballads, however. From Calenhad came the line of Tyrring kings and queens who reigned, uninterrupted, until the 44th year of the Blessed Age, when the Orlesian invasion came. The rightful king was forced to flee Denerim, and for 70 years a puppet sat upon the throne. From Ferelden, Folklore and History by Sister Petrine, Chantry Scholar. The History of Ferelden, Chapter 2. The occupation was a dark blot on Ferelden's history. Our people, who from time immemorial valued their freedom over all else, were forced to bow to Orlesian rule. The Empire declared our elves property and sold them like cattle. Chevaliers routinely plundered freeholds of coin, food, and even women and children, and excused it as taxation. And for 70 years no Landsmeet were held, for the imperial throne had declared our ancient laws a form of treason. King Brandel was one of those who escaped. He tried to organise the other fugitive lords to retake their land, but Brandel was neither clever nor persuasive, and the nobles preferred to take their chances alone. Ferelden might still be little more than a territory of the Empire, were it not for the fact that his daughter had all the charisma that her royal father lacked. The rebel queen's rule began with a midnight attack on the Imperial armoury at Lothering. It was swift and successful, and with their pilfered arms the rebels began a campaign against the Orlesians in earnest. But the turning point of the war came when a young freeholder joined the Queen's army. The lad, Logan MacTyr, possessed a remarkable talent for strategy, and quickly became the favourite advisor of young Prince Maric. The Queen finally died at the hands of Orlesian sympathisers, anxious to curry favour with their painted masters, and Maric took her place as the leader of the rebellion. Logain became Maric's right hand. Maric and Logain led the rebels in a new campaign against their Orlesian oppressors, culminating in the Battle of the River Dane, where the last chevaliers in Denerim were crushed. With the capital once more in the hands of the Fereldans, the battle to free our people was finally over. But the battle to rebuild what had been lost had only just begun. From Ferelden, Folklore and History, by Sister Petrine, Chantry Scholar. The Culture of Ferelden. The Fereldans are a puzzle. As a people, they are one bad day away from reverting to barbarism. They repelled invasions from Tevinter during the height of the Imperium with nothing more but dogs and their own obstinate disposition. They are the coarse, willful, dirty, disorganised people who somehow gave rise to our prophet, ushered in an era of enlightenment, and toppled the greatest empire in history. There are few things you can assume safely in dealing with these people. First, they value loyalty above all things, beyond wealth, beyond power, beyond reason. Second, although they have nothing in their entire country which you are likely to think at all remarkable, they are extremely proud of their accomplishments. Third, if you insult their dogs, they are likely to declare war. And finally, the surest sign that you have underestimated the Ferelden's is that you think you have come to understand them. Empress Celine I of Orlais, in a letter to her newly appointed ambassador in Denerim. Dogs in Ferelden. I am frequently asked during my travels in other lands to explain the dogs omnipresent in Ferelden. Inevitably, I tell my foreign questioners that there are no more dogs in my homeland than in their own. In every civilized corner of Thedas, an astute observer will notice dogs employed in hunting game, keeping barns and storehouses free of vermin, herding livestock, guarding homes, and even used as beasts of burden in the mountains. It is simply that Fereldans show appreciation for the works that our dogs do. And perhaps the reason for that is tangled up in mythology. Hafter, the first man to be named Tern, the hero who united our Alamari ancestors to drive back the darkspawn of the Second Blight, was reputed to be the son of a werewolf. Now, perhaps this was meant to be some comment on his temperament, or simply a way of making a great man even larger than life, but more than half the noble families in Ferelden claim to be descendants of Hafter, and consequently many of our people believe they have some distant kinship with wolves. It is only good manners to be polite to one's kin. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genetivi. The Geography of Ferelden. The Kingdom of Ferelden is the southernmost civilized nation in Thedas, although some scholars dispute that claim to civilization. It is perhaps the most physically isolated of all the kingdoms of Thedas. To the east is the Amaranthine Ocean, to the north the Waking Sea, and to the south the Kolkari Wilds, which in the summer months are a vast peat bog, and in the winter become a treacherous labyrinth of iced-over waterways. The Frostback Mountains guard the western border, and only a narrow plain between the mountains and the sea allows travel between Ferelden and Orlais. Most of the land in the central portion of the kingdom, called the Benorn, is open plains. These are crossed by the remnants of an ancient Tevinter highway that once connected Val Royo with Ostagar, on the edge of the Kolkari Wilds. The western part of Ferelden is dominated by Lake Kellenhad, a huge caldera filled by the runoff of glaciers from nearby mountains. Lake Kellenhad is home to the famed fortress of Redcliffe, as well as the Circle Tower, which houses Ferelden's Circle of Magi. In the east is the vast Brazilian forest, which the superstitious locals profess to be haunted, and from which rises the Dragon's Peak, a solitary mountain that guards the capital city of Denerim. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genetivi.